You're watching WAFF 48 News on your side with Gina Benitez. WAFF 48 News at noon starts now.
We begin our live streaming newscast with a traffic alert this afternoon. Good afternoon, I'm Gina Benitez. Police and Hemsey are on the scene of a crash involving at least two vehicles where one person has been killed. Now, this happened on Highway 72 East and Shields Road. Now, we do have a crew heading that way now, and we'll update you on air and online as we get more. Also happening right now, a manhunt in Boaz leads to a lockdown for Sneed State Community College and Boaz City Schools. Our partners at the Advertiser-Gleam report police are looking for a suspect who's believed to be responsible for an assault. Now, the 48 Newsroom is working to get more information on this developing story.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Another hot day out there. Not much has changed, but big changes coming toward the end of your week and your upcoming weekend, and that involves a first taste of fall. For now, we're just baking out there with temperatures near 90 degrees. Here's a live look across Huntsville. We are seeing plenty of sunshine. Temperatures will continue to heat up through the afternoon, with a few locations reaching the mid and upper 90s again, just like the past couple of days. Now, wind speeds are remaining out of the north. This is keeping us drier. However, it is still humid enough for those feels-like temperatures to range above 100 degrees. You see Florence feeling more like 105 degrees. So still practice heat safety and stay hydrated. We are completely rain-free at this hour, but an isolated shower or stray storm will be possible through your evening. The better chances for rain is a no-brainer. That's all co-located with Tropical Storm Debbie as it remains offshore, and major flooding continues across portions of the Carolinas. No impacts for us here in the Tennessee Valley as it will continue to track northward toward the Virginias and then slowly but surely weaken. A lot of rain for portions of the northeastern part of the country. In terms of us, we're going to be staying mainly rain-free, but we will be tracking a cold front coming our way late this week, and that's going to drop the temperatures, also the humidity. Throughout the next 12 hours, not much change in the weather pattern. Overnight lows will be mild and muggy, low and mid 70s with some areas of patchy fog possible for your Thursday. Thursday will be likely a repeat of today with temperatures back in the low and mid 90s. But by late Friday, that's when we're going to be tracking that early taste of fall. Now, some breezy winds will accompany this frontal boundary, possibly gusting as high as 20-25 miles per hour. But the payoff, hey, it's going to be great. You're going to be waking up to overnight lows on Saturday morning in the upper 50s, low 60s. And by Saturday afternoon, many of us will struggle to even make it to the mid 80s. This will continue through the rest of your weekend with morning lows on Sunday back in the low and mid 60s. A bit warmer by Sunday afternoon, but you can't really beat this for the middle of August. We will track seasonal temperatures toward next week with high temperatures warming back into the low and mid 90s.
All new at noon, a Franklin County woman is dead after getting into an ATV accident. Savannah Hall was killed yesterday when the ATV she was driving flipped. This happened on Lost Creek Road near the Cedar Creek Reservoir. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency is investigating this accident. The family of a man shot and killed by Decatur police is planning their next steps after a federal judge dismissed some claims against the city and the three officers. Steve Perkins' widow, Catrella, filed that lawsuit against four Decatur police officers, the city, the towing company, and two of its employees. Perkins was shot and killed during a repossession last September. The judge granted motions to dismiss the lawsuit against the city and three officers who were on the scene that night but did not fire any shots. The court, however, did allow a claim of a civil rights violation to go forward against former police officer Mac Marquette over his use of deadly force. The judge writing Officer Marquette would not be entitled to qualified immunity because when Marquette used deadly force, Perkins was neither trying to leave the scene nor posing a serious threat of physical harm to others, nor did Marquette warn Perkins that he might use deadly force before he shot him. Marquette still faces a criminal trial and is charged with murder. That trial is set to start later this year. Now, the tow truck company and its employees have already asked to settle with the Perkins family. All new at noon, a Hartselle man has been arrested accused of trafficking fentanyl. Hartselle police say Casey Ream was found with fentanyl and meth last month during a traffic stop. Police believe Ream was trafficking based on the amount they say he had in his car. Ream was also charged with possession. A Marshall County teen will soon return home after being found safe in New Hampshire. Dominic Lager was reported missing Sunday morning from his home in Grant. Deputies with the Marshall County Sheriff's Office say he got in a car with 2 other teens he met online. They made it to New Hampshire in 2 days. The 2 other teens, Ruben Carruth and Ava Mae Huff, are now facing interference of custody charges. A bond hearing will be held soon in the case of an 18-year-old man charged with another teen's shooting death. Larmarian Bethany is currently in the Colbert County Jail after surrendering to police yesterday. He's charged with the murder of Demila Nixon Johnson. Investigators say he shot her during a block party on South Nashville Avenue last month. Nixon Johnson was shot once in the back. 2 Lincoln County firefighters pulled a woman from a burning home and helped save her life. Lincoln County volunteer fire and rescue chief Doug Campbell says that fire was called in by a passerby on Wells Hill Road Monday. Firefighters Lucas Little and Captain Colin Stovall went inside and found that victim. Campbell says the woman had to be airlifted to the hospital. He says both firefighters were checked out at a hospital for smoke inhalation, but were released and are doing well. Fire officials say the fire started in the kitchen and was contained to that area of the home. Huntsville Animal Services is waiving adoption fees this month in an effort to help clear the shelter. Huntsville Mayor Tommy Battle helped shelter officials kick off its Elect to Adopt campaign this morning. The shelter director is asking people to elect to adopt a dog or cat and give them a loving home. This new campaign comes as the shelter has taken in more pets than usual over these summer months. An easier way to pay your utility bill is on the way in Florence. The drive-through utilities payment center will open on Monday, August 19th. It will be located at 365 Seville Street and feature 5 lanes and a drop box. Here's a photo there. The center will be open on weekdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Several school districts across the area are returning to class tomorrow. Marshall, Morgan, and Lawrence County schools are all heading back to the classroom tomorrow. Hartselle and Russellville City Schools are also starting the new school year tomorrow. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We'll be back here streaming 48 News at 4 while Olympic coverage continues on NBC. Look for us on Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, and YouTube. Our regular newscasts return tonight on TV at 5 p.m.